He's Roger L. Simon. He is the Epoch Times senior political columnist. He's also a prize-winning novelist and Academy Award-nominated screenwriter. And his latest book is The GOAT, as in greatest of all time. And you can follow him on Twitter at Roger L. Simon. Hello, my friend Roger.
Well, hello from Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, hello from our studios in New York City, where we've made lots of adjustments to get this done. So tell me, as you sit there and I sit here, we're seeing how this is affecting the media in so many ways. And I guess it first started most notably with the CPAC and the notification to some journalists that someone had tested positive, and Jeffrey Lord, who we've had on this show, self-quarantined, blah, blah, blah. But now it's like, social distancing on all the news shows, it's commonplace.
Yeah, everybody's on Skype, or some similar Zoom or whatever we're on. So I mean, no one even sees each other anymore. I mean, I just talk to people on the phone, or I Zoom them or something like that. I see my wife occasionally, but her office is upstairs. And mostly we text each other. So it's. Who knows? It's a new species. We're going to evolve into something very weird.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
For more than a week.
Well, when it's all over, Roger, and this is skipping ahead, whether it's a few weeks, God willing, or a few months, or who knows when, but when it's all over, media-wise, do we go back to normal on a dime? I mean, or like they're talking about with education, they're saying, well, now the colleges, they're all doing it online. Maybe that's going to change the landscape, et cetera. Will media change once this is over, do you think?
To some degree. I think it's going to, things are not going to go back to normal in 10 seconds, that's for sure. I mean, it depends on how long it lasts. I mean, if it only lasts another week or something like that, it'll go back to normal fast. But suppose it lasts for 4 or 5 months. I don't like to think that, but suppose that's true. I think it'll have a lasting effect on our lives in a whole variety of ways, not just in terms of media, but in terms of how we relate to each other. We can't even anticipate it. It's kind of bizarre. And I have to say, I can't. I'm usually Mr. Predictions. That's what I do in my columns. But it's hard to predict this.
Yeah, no, it's very hard to predict this. But if it does affect media going forward, if it does, God forbid, last months, and then, as you say, we don't go back to normal right away, or it will affect us going forward, how might it affect us? What might we see shows being done on Skype instead of studios, and even at that point, maybe as a cost-saving measure, not even a health concern if it's no longer a health concern, but studios and networks saying, hey, we don't need that studio, the guy could do it from home? Or will the competition mandate that you step up and you put a studio together again?
I think that you're going to see both happening, because some people are getting to be able to do things from home pretty well. And that's only going to, this will increase that, I think, because people will, my home office is not badly equipped. I mean, but I'm thinking about doing more with it now. I have it upstairs. I might have my own video studio. The cost is not huge. So a lot of things are going to start to happen. But I think that the media part of it, I mean, whether you're on Skype or whether you're in the studio, is only part of the story. The psychological part is more dangerous. I think a kind of strange alienation. I mean, I feel like I'm a creature in a science fiction movie at the moment.
Absolutely.